Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. All right, cool. What's up, guys? Let's put some shit, some music, and then I'm gonna start. Oh, there we go, perfect. All right, guys. How is it going? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Wow, it's already halfway. It's already halfway into the week. Holy shit. Time seriously flies, bro. Happy Wednesday, y'all. I hope everyone's doing so fine. I hope your week's been going so good, bro. Honestly, this has been a pretty, I'd say, slow week, but it's chugging along. It's going there. I wanted to really just talk to you guys today about the feedback. So I ended up sending my prototype number 2 to my friends. Very graciously, they 3 of them have played it and have given me feedback on stuff. I asked them a couple of questions as well. I asked them about the limit. I've asked them about the rate of the game, you know, how the feeling is. And I've asked them about another thing. But thankfully, you know, I've had Kecker and I had Glub kind of go through and really, really go hard. I mean it hard on the feedback, which is fucking awesome. So reading it, you know, I read it yesterday and I was like, wow, this is like amazing because there's a lot of stuff that maybe I thought about when it came to like, oh, I should do that. But then like I started focusing on something else and then I never ended up doing it. So this reminded me like, you're right. This is something I gotta do. And then there was other stuff that I'm like, wait, that's so true. I could implement this and it would make a lot more sense because it's really easy, guys, to implement something and to make something special. In the case of the potato marble, for example, where I specify that there is going to be explosion at a certain percentage, right? But I know what explosion is. I know what that is. But that isn't very clear to somebody who's never played this game or has never made this game. Another couple of things, and I think I'll just go through it. I'll just go through it right now and stuff so you guys can see it. But I want you to know, it's amazing what it's amazing. I'm very thankful. So shout outs to them, truly. Glub, Kecker, thank you. I wanted to just go over it. So bada bing, bada boom. A lot of stuff. Let's go through Albert's first. Oops, wrong keyboard. All right. Okay, so questions from me. How do you feel about the 24 marble limit? I feel like the limit makes sense. I don't know how many marbles I normally have in Mancala. I assume though if I have 24, does that mean the opponent does too? So, you normally have 24 marbles on your side in Mancala. My game starts you out with 15, so then when you go into the shop, you're able to just fucking pick out whatever you want. I didn't want you to be totaled out at 24, just so you could have I have to go to the store and then like start removing marbles to buy marbles. I don't think that's fun. I think the best part is the ability for you to just like go in there and be like, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. What do you think about the flow of the game? Battle shop, battle shop. I love the flow of the game. It's very roguelike and quick paced. I would like to have somewhere in the shop that tells me the marbles I have, or like a dictionary of sorts, because I can read the description of a marble I already bought, unless I get it again in the shop. Also, what is the purchase tax? So, this is a great suggestion. One of the most important things that I noticed too was that once you buy a marble, like when you're buying a marble, you will get the let me get you right here. When you buy the marble, you already get the kind of like the little, what's that thing called, bro? Tooltip. You'll get a tooltip to represent. Sorry, I was in the middle of making something, but just ignore that. So shit. Let me just put testing on. So I can just. It's okay. So, beautiful. So when you go into the store already, which is insanely cool, you have these down here that show you what marbles you currently have in your field, right? It's just fucking cool. I'm thinking of putting them in a bowl. I think it'd be fun. I could spawn some here on the side here on the Clash. That'd be cool. Anyways, we have here purchase marbles. When you hover over them, you get to see the effects of them, which is fucking awesome. The problem stems from the fact that if you buy something, let's say hypothetically, yeah, you buy something, and I'm like, man, I know what that is because I made it. But if I hover over here, you don't see it. So the only option you have is to buy until you get one, or remove it from the deck until you don't fuck with it. So that is something to note. It is completely fair. I'm going to definitely have to implement it. So I'm going to fix this up, I think. You know, make that bowl idea that I had, and like, what else? Making the bowl idea I had, and make it so maybe make the marbles a little bigger, just so it can be easier for you to like go in there and grab it and point at it. That'd be cool. So that's something to note, and he made a lot of good points. He made some really great points on that. So definitely something to think about. A dictionary would also be good too. I'm thinking to have a dictionary as in the form of like an unlock screen in the main menu, so then you could see like what marbles you've unlocked and stuff over time. That'd be cool. Also, what is the purchase tag? So purchase tags, I thought is right now a work in progress. I'm thinking they're gonna be like jokers in Balatro, where you have the overarching run special effects. I think that'd be really cool. But I haven't implemented it yet, and I don't even know if I will, but that's just a thought. Are there any gameplay changes that feel a bit weird to y'all? I don't really understand the heating up mechanic. I would like to see that maybe talked about in the tutorial. I might be overanalyzing that in this part as well, but I was very struggling to understand when my marbles were proccing and what they even do. I spent a few minutes rereading what the marbles do, but I feel like I couldn't really grasp it. Devil advocate though, I feel this happens to me every time I play roguelike for the first time. There just might be some understanding that we need to dive in. So this isn't the only time this comment was made. So Brandon also felt this way, where he said that he didn't know he didn't know when the marbles were proccing. Only, you know, what pretty much they're saying here is that the way that they're proccing is by sound effect. It's in my head, the sound effect. So I have sound effects to represent the actual like showing of like the marble proccing. However, I think there has to be a visual thing too. So I've had some ideas. For example, I was thinking it'd be really funny if we just have like a splat that comes out for the banana, maybe an explosion, boom for the explosion. Something where like we can kind of like not only just when the turn is going, something where, oh, something's about to explode, and then it explodes. You already have an idea of where it happened on top of the fact that it happened. Because I think that's what's happening. I think you get the banana, you're like, slip, like slip happens, but a matter of seconds, and then your turn is still going. So that is definitely the one thing I want to just make sure of. I want you to know when shit's happening. That's the whole point, right? Like I want you to feel like, okay, go again is happening, and you feel great because you're like, fuck yeah, I made that shit happen. Go again and capture are very easy to see because they're always last marble situations. So when you're dropping the last marble, you're not doing much but dropping the last marble. You're dropping 4, you go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is the last one. 4 you know is going to end. What is it, a capture or a go again? In my case here, banana works off of proccing whenever the middle of the turn is. Explosion and hot potato work the same way. So I agree. I think maybe some visuals would help a lot just to know when shit's happening or not. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I might be overanalyzing this part, but I was very struggling to understand when marbles were proccing. So this comment or feedback is very important because this means that my descriptions of the marbles aren't good, which goes into a little bit of what Kecker wrote in his, and I'll reference it. when I get to his. Understand 100%. And you even see it when I don't really understand the heat up mechanic. That's fair, completely fair. I don't, that one is a very complicated one. That's a very complicated marble to understand. Wait, heating up mechanic. I gotta see what he means by this. If he means the marble, or if he means by when you get a bunch of like go against. Also, I felt like a ton of my wins were just getting the AI to run out of marbles first before I do, and I felt like I could cheese almost every run. Perhaps this will scale differently with other AIs, I assume. I was just thinking of putting one for now. This is the way I'm winning my games too. Where it's like, I mean, it kind of, that is what you want to do because you're trying your best to get as many, because like it is a risk, right? For example, if you start stacking marbles on your side like a champ, the idea is that the AI could also just set itself up to, what is it, to allow himself to like capture yours. Now it's not going to be as like strong or effective, but if you stack a pack of 16 and the opponent has like a 1 on the other side and you go 1, 1 and you just eat it, then guess what? You just lost all of that you were stacking. So it is a risk. It does seem the AI is a little too random though, where like if there is a perfect move that he could do, he just doesn't do it. But I do also see the fact that like the AI has been really smart, or really smart sometimes, because it is just random. Yeah. Please ignore the fact there's no pause button. Yeah, excited to see pause. Thank you. Enhancements, things I would like to see to user. Volume setting, wonderful. I'm working on that and it's gonna be fucking awesome. So I appreciate you bringing it up. Visual indicator on where a user can actually click. Now this one's interesting. So I think what he means by this is that when I think this is a good, like, well, actually, funny enough, like, so I think he's talking about here, I think would be interesting. Maybe here as well. So what I'm saying with all, what's happening to my fucking computer right now? There's like a twitching, it's like a twitching thing here. Anyways, what I think he's talking about is that right now you don't even know what marble you're clicking here, so that makes sense. Right now, there's no hover effect when you go here, so you don't even know if you could click this. Completely fair. These, you know you could click, right? Because you have the hover effect. So I agree. These, I think there might be an effect I can add here to represent that these are the ones that you could click. You know, I'm not so opposed to that. Where it's like this, the numbers might not be enough, which I completely understand. I think that is because you can do that, but then guess what? Numbers are here too, but you can't click here. So I'm going to see if I can do maybe a little hover effect on these. I think that'd be really sick. So that's good to know. That's good to know. I appreciate that. That's a really good comment. A really good feedback to hit. So I want to know how many runs I did in the game over screen. Okay. So this is for the screen he's mentioning. Let's go over here to, I think it's results screen. Is it results screen? No. Game over screen? No. No, it is a results screen. It just doesn't have any of the... Yeah, so in the total, for when you win, overall rating stuff, he wants to see how many runs have you won to this point. Cool, which is fire. I think that's really cool. Because I think the idea that I want with this game is that I want to track how many runs you've won in a row. I think that'd be really fun. So it's like if you won like 5 in a row, you get something, and if you won 10 in a row, you won something and stuff like that. Because I think there's not a lot of games that do that. Like wins in a row, like Balatro, for example. I don't think Balatro has something where if you win like 5 in a row, you get something. Yeah, I don't think off the top. And I was like, I think that'd be fun. It's a random, right? It's random, so it's like you're just like, fuck, I hope. you win. But I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to have this, especially in this game where it's like the runs are pretty fast, I think, in retrospect. Like, I think you could play a run for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think that'd be cool. So I think that's a good idea. So I'm definitely going to put that. I think this is important. So bugs, when doing a run, if I quit my run with money and start a new fresh run, I actually have the money from my previous run. So I start a new run with a boatload of money. So he called me personally for this one, and he's so right. I was not resetting the money. So I reset it. Everything's fixed. That one's fixed, thankfully. Thank you. Shout out to Albert, guys, for giving me the feedback. That was really great feedback. All right, let's go into Kecker. So Keckers didn't really answer my questions until he wrote them in the group chat. So I'll go over the answers and stuff for that. But I think these are more important. I think he has a very good eye when it comes to UI and stuff, when it comes to like explaining things. So ability text. The effect of some marbles is unclear. For example, the potato marble. Percentage of explosion and marbles take an increase. What is it? What is percentage of explosion? What does explosion do? Do marbles taken only increase during the explosion? Or is it at any time I score or capture a marble? Great question. Yeah, so this is that thing I was talking about where it's like Albert wasn't able to confidently say that he knew what the heating up mechanic was, right? And that's completely fair. So I was like, shit, that means I gotta change the descriptions. I gotta make them a little more better. I also think I need to just fix up the what's it called? I also think I just gotta fix up pretty much the blanket, the tooltips. Jeez, I gotta clean them up a bit. And I think Kecker brought some great points on how to do that. So let's start. Actually, let me see if I can. Hello. Get trusted. Can I? There we go. So, yeah. So some sentences don't make sense grammatically. When explodes, take amount of marbles from hole dropped in is not a valid English sentence. Completely fair. Now reading this back is kind of insane. I don't know what I got away with it. Effects and actions on special marbles can be keywords to shorten the text. On every drop could be drop. Take marbles from hole dropped in could be steal. That is awesome. So I know exactly what he means by this. There's a lot of these really cool games that have like, let's say like on drop. You know, you're gonna see it now actually. So this will shorten the potato marble. So this is what it is. So it's like potato marble +2. It has drop, which has explode chance and steal number increases. Explode steal marbles equal to steal number, which is fucking awesome. And then score +2. So this is actually a really cool way. There is games like is it Tiny Dungeon? Is it Tiny Dungeon? Tiny Rogues. Games like Tiny Rogues that do this very well. Funny enough, you played it recently. But yeah, there's games like Tiny Rogues that do this really well, where they have the square, like the square that they play in. I'll show you guys really quick. You might not hear the audio. Hello, hello, hello. Bro, I'm going to explode. I'm going to grab this and explode it. Damn, I don't know how much. Oh, I probably streamed the whole time without a mic. Oh my god. Dude, I hate technical issues. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Okay. So I need to figure this shit out, dude. Thank you for telling me, man. Holy shit. God fucking damn it. Oh. Hello, dude. Fuck me, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. I wonder how long, bro. It must have crashed, bro. This software, man. Worst piece of software alive. I gotta learn how to use the other thing, bro. I can't fucking deal with this shit. Hello, hello, hello. I went over you guys' feedback. It was really great. And I'm trying to fix one thing now. But I'm kind of falling into a trap right now where I'm not right. Working in the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning. I wonder when it stopped working, bro. I was like, fuck. Yeah, so like, I need to send the data of this to this. So check it. This is what with the advice and feedback you guys gave me, I'm thinking to do this, where it's like, I can take over this spot. Oh, that's when it broke? Bro, that explains it. I'm not gonna lie, that game killed my fucking stream. Like, badly. Badly, bro. It killed everything. It's about 20 minutes in. No, that's so sad. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Check it, bro. So the idea is that every time you're gonna hover over these, you get the text of what they do here. Oh no. There we go. So yeah, every time you're gonna hover, you're gonna get this in this blackboard. It's gonna have like the information of the marble. However, that involves. Oh, also, dude, I got pause working. You wanna see this? Look at this. So watch this. Look, they're not playing. I can still change stuff. I can still move it. It pauses the whole thing and then continue plays it, and I can still click to like start again and shit. This is the new main menu. I'm still in the middle of making it. Bro, look at this shit. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, pause. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta figure that. What the hell? This guy gotta leave. Yo, this guy's overstaying his welcome. Get out of here. But yeah, bro, this shit's sick. All right. So yeah, for sure. I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna watch like a shit ton of videos on signals. I can't believe I should know this by now. So if I don't, then I'm just gonna learn it real quick and like adapt it, bro. I got to learn how people do it because I'm tired of needing it, and I'm just like, I don't know how to do it. I don't remember. So I'm gonna watch some videos and stuff. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty great progress, honestly. I'm doing really good. I even gave it, bro, I gave it the background because I was like, man, this shit's gray as fuck. Like, I'm just gonna give it the same background as this, so at least I can see something nice. So now I have this, which is nice. Feels like it's on a table. It helps it. I'm going to see if I can also maybe move this down so I can just fix up where these spawn. Because I don't think they should spawn on top of the thing that you're trying to buy. And then do that. Tags, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, bro, I appreciate your feedback and shit. Honestly, like, it helped a ton just to kind of see what I'm missing. And I think I'm gonna be doing some good stuff. I already have like the general idea of the options menu going through right now too. I'm going to like start setting up like where are you options menu? Killed it. It killed the options menu. There it is. Yeah, which is completely fair. I said it in the beginning, but I was like, I think anybody that's not me would have trouble, especially since I've seen that I also get confused sometimes on what my marbles do. One thing I do definitely gotta do is rewrite the descriptions and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot to do, and I'm very excited. So here's the idea for the main menu. I'm thinking these will be like either little UFOs or like maybe hands. And what they do is they drop the marble, and then they go, and then they go off screen, and then this transfers to the next screen, following the ball, and then it's like, you know, a line rider. So imagine like the ball's kind of going on this little like Rube Goldberg around the screen while you're choosing like what your new run is and stuff. That'd be really cool. Same thing for like options, continue, run, and quit. What did they do? What did they do? Like, was it a UI thing? I think it's cool. You throw a marble in there, and then I get. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. It's a pretty good idea, I think. So it's gonna be fun. Dude, how did I get this shit to work? This is like what I need, but like throw the marbles everywhere. I think what I did was I fucking. What did I do, bro, to get this shit working? Yo, punitive debauchery. Thank you so much for the bots. So they will have a perk that's like gain 15% haste, and then they had in the bottom haste going for, yes! Yes, so Calvin actually wrote that here. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna take that. Cause it's pretty smart. So like instead of having like the really long keyword, like the really long sentence that didn't make sense, he said, hey, like you could probably do keywords. And then like, this is what he was thinking. I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. It'd be like potato marble, and then it would be drop. And then what does like, it'd be like, okay, like on, like drop would be like the action. So it's like every marble is going to have drop, unless maybe it's like an effect that kind of happens like over time, or not over time, but like outside of the dropping aspect of it. But it's like, okay, on drop, which is the drop, explode chant and the steal number increases. So I think my hypothetical, like best case scenario would be having this kind of situation where the keywords would work, but then I want to be able to have people like go in and hover over the words that are colored in. So like, for example, explode will be colored in, steal will be colored in. And then you can kind of like hover over and be like, hey, what the fuck is this? And then you can kind of see like, oh, it's this. So I'm like, this is going into like more UI stuff now, but that's fire, that's fire. Okay, Google, stop. But it's fucking sick, honestly. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But yeah, bro, got a lot to fix. I'm excited. I'm gonna keep working out tomorrow and shit. Alrighty, with that being said, I have to go to trigger warning my job. All right, yo. So thank you so much for coming by. I love you a lot. I'm sorry for the first, for the next 30 minutes of like pure quiet in the VOD. I gotta figure out this fucking app. I think Calvin has used it, the other app that I'm thinking of, so I might be able to like ask him for help, because that shit is so stupid. All right, love you lots. Love you all, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.